everybody, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft with ZeoFate. Last episode, we died a lot. But we got a bunch of cool swag. But it also brings up the matter of, well, we really need storage. Although the number of spawners we got is kind of excessive. I have no idea if I'm ever going to use them all. But in the spawners, we've got a couple Endermen, a couple of Wither, so could be useful. All the enchanted items can be useful if we actually get a disenchanter. Let's see, cyclic disenchanter. It's just an enchantment table and some emeralds. And that'll transfer the enchantments onto books. Yeah, let's get that one. So, what my plan is I'll be pulling all the different enchantments off, separating them out if there's more than one on the books, and then level them up and start getting our own little library of them going. But due to how much I died, really need a memory stick just to store EXP. Because, well, I lost a lot of levels over the times dying and challenging through there. But unfortunately we're going to need plastic for that, which means we're going to have to get in pneumaticraft. Also going to start working towards ore tripling, which we're going to have to do some build up to. But first is storage. Now, the first couple of things we really need is some speed upgrades and stack upgrades. Why? Because then when we put them in here, it's going to empty these disks out fast and shove everything into the storage once we get them. So first, these things need a home. They're clogging up inventory space rather heavily. So I figure, well, I should probably just turn around and give them a home now. Get them all locked. If you use the key on this, it should lock or unlock everything normally. So we get that in there. That in there. That's a useful way if you turn something into a glowstone block. It takes 4 glowstone dust to do. But when you break it, you get a random amount back. So by using this, you can convert them back and forth. Same with nether quartz blocks. But one of the other advantages is that when you're using an RS system, it sees all the unprocessed or the different blocks, so you don't have to have a manual crafting step in it to break them all down. Yeah, that looks good for those. And we can get some aluminum in there. We'll get our copper going. And nickel. Silver. Get our lead in there. Just slip those over there. I've got just some trims back here just to keep things connected. This section here is just going to be for the things that I'm probably going to need some of, but not a lot. So I figured I'd just set up the bonsai pots, let them operate. Bigger things like the trees, or at least the majority of the trees, I'm going to have dedicated farms for. So, and as you can see, just by double clicking, it just locks everything that's connected. And then I can have everything displayed. We got our uranium in there, iron, osmium. And what else do we have? We've got dimensional shards that we can chuck in there. Sulfur we don't need just yet. I'm mainly looking for things that stack, like the uranite. Or at least will compound. I think dimensional shards do. I'm not 100% certain, but nope, they don't. That's the downside when you put something in you don't quite know about. But a quick lock and unlock after emptying it out clears it out. And there we go. Is there anything else in here we want? Appetite. I think Appetite has a compact form. Yes, it does. No idea if we'll use it, but we'll get it in there anyways. Okay. Looks to be all in here at the moment. I'll go into the upgrades right now, actually. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck a bunch of drawers in here because we need them for the base upgrades. Now the conversion upgrade is going to, well, it's going to convert or dictionary items. Oh. So for things like iron, gold, it's not too much of a needed. But for stuff, added items like copper, which is in a lot of different mods. Let's see if I can actually show it here. Yeah, I've got like 4 different types of nuggets, 2 different types of bars. So really having a compatibility for that would be rather useful. Let's get ourselves some blank upgrades. That'll be good. And let's get into here and let's get 8 for now. I know I'm going to need it on aluminum because a lot of different ones go for there. Let's see, let's just tuck those up there. You can shift click in here to double check what's in each individual unit. I don't think that one's got a lot, but we know copper's got one. That one's good. I think so. Tin, not 100% certain, but we'll just double check, and same with lead. Yeah, see, it was showing 0 before, but even though they're well, that's interesting. That one I think is a little broke. So let's clear that. That's for tin. Yeah, let's block a 10. No. Let's see, is there any other blocks? No, just the one. Huh, interesting. Just didn't like it. Oh, I'll chuck that back in there, and so now you show up. Must have been a rendering glitch. Okay. Did we have that in there? Yes, we do. And osmium, we don't need it for. Iron, we don't need it for. Don't need it for that. That should be all we need the conversions for at the moment. Just chuck those away. Now to void upgrade, I generally suggest you put one of these in literally every single last item thing you've got. Because what it's going to do is once you get full of the item, it's going to delete any additional item that goes into it. Now I can already hear you going, but then I'm going to lose items. That's where, well, let's just clear those, the storage upgrade comes. Now the wonderful thing about these are, iron we'll use as an example. Let's move the key. Now, if I put that in there, once it gets full of blocks, which is 248, I think, it's just going to keep deleting things. But you can stack multiple of these in here, and every one is going to increase its storage by 32 times. Which means now this one block can hold a ridiculous amount of iron. Which is kind of what we want. And that'll really come in useful later on for things like cobblestone, gravel, stone. Stuff that we want a chunk of, but don't want to bog down our system with. When setting these systems up with your RS system, you just can be using external storage, but you want your priority to be higher than everything else. Generally speaking, you want your disk drives to be like 0. And you want to have these storages higher, because the higher the priority, it's going to try there first. So the last thing you want to do is have all this storage set up and have that set to a higher priority so that gets filled up. Because that just, that just slows everything down. So I need a bunch of sugar, which I got the sugarcane farm over here. Let's just convert all that to sugar. Right, forgot that I've got that connected in. You gotta watch for that. So, I need how many of these? I need 4 for in here, and then another 3, so I'm gonna need 7 of these total, which I need more quartz iron for. That should be more than enough. That gets our 7, which will get our, oops, I guess that wasn't more than enough. That gets our 7. And then we'll get our 1 stack upgrade. And that way, I can chuck those in there. Now, I can take out all my storage entirely. I'll leave the fluid storage alone. So if we look in here, all we've got is what's in those. That's it. So we can then chuck, well, you see these are got 0. I got 1K storage and a 16K storage. That's got 3,000 items. That's got 15,000 items. Well, we'll chuck those in there, and you can just watch that number dropping. And it's just transferring stuff over to the various different disks. Well, slowly getting rid of this. But if we come over here as we go, you can start seeing we got more osmium in there now, more iron. We got a little bit more glowstone in there. A lot of coal. It's just slowly transferring everything over. This is going to fill up all our inventory because now you can see I'm getting into the various different zincs. They're like the osmium just got packed, which, speaking of osmium, I really need to fix that sword. There we go. Okay. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff in here that got to get transferred over too, which I think we'll take care of now. I'll go through and I'll pull out all the enchanted gear because I'm going to, like I said, break it down, and anything I don't want, I'll turn around and turn it into experience. So we got those done. So let's get our disenchanter built if we can. So then I need an enchanting table, which I used up all the obsidian. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go get some obsidian, and we'll be right back. I love the mining gadget by Direwolf. I mean, making a tunnel through lava and collecting obsidian at the same time. This thing is godly. I'm sorry it took me so long to actually start using it. But, yeah. Well, that should be about enough obsidian, so we'll catch you back at base. Okay, we're back. Simply because I was just walking by it, and yes, I completed out the enchanting area. Moved some some lapis up here. Got my grindstone, and our enchanting table, and our bookshelves. I decided this wing here is going to be for the various different magic mods that are in here, which I got just quickly went through and grabbed anything that looked magic-ish and just chucked it over there. But one thing you can do with blacksmith, and you can actually do this in vanilla, is you can repair your swords and your tools and your armor just by adding more of the material needed to make that armor. The more damage it is, the more material it takes, so keep that in mind. Let's get this disenchanter going. And for that we need the enchant. It's one of the disadvantages about having this is, well, you forget that you got this specific thing set up. Okay, now let's go for it. Got our enchanting table. That's the wrong one, and we're getting our... I only got one emerald. Could have sworn I had more emeralds than that. That's got nothing in it. Those are empty. No, I could have sworn I had more emeralds than that. Something ate my emeralds. What the heck? That's... What the heck? I had like 60 some odd emeralds. Okay. Let's test something. Let's take these out for now. So we got 0 emeralds here. And I took those out so that it's only just the stuff that I got in here. Yeah, because I had more emeralds than I had diamonds. That's odd. So let's turn on that. Get ourselves a stack of emeralds. And you're now showing stack of emeralds. Interesting. Well, that doesn't help my plans in the slightest. Not in here. Not in here. Yeah. It must have eaten my emeralds. Oh well. Guess I'll have to go mining for some. Still. Wonder why it ate them. Wonder how it ate them. And that's just fluid. Well, gotta chuck those back in there. Let's find an empty 16K. One thing to watch out for the grids, for the portable grid at least, is uh-oh. Yeah, I think the game just crashed. We'll be back. Well, good news, bad news. Good news is, got the crash fixed, able to get back into the world. Bad news is, yeah, we lost everything. So, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a fix that I'm going to have to work on. Probably, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to just cheat in a lot of that stuff back, except for the portable grid, because, yeah, it was already causing some issues and lag spikes, so I'm just going to avoid it like the plague, and hopefully this won't happen again. So, until next episode, I'm ZeoFate, signing out.